This is Rhonda Brooks of Farm Journal Media, and I'm here today with Brad Beutke, who's an agronomist with Crop Tech. And Brad, I know you've been working a lot with farmers on technology types of issues and getting into technology, and specifically variable rate technology. What are some of the things that you've been trying to share with farmers so they know about getting into this?
One of the things, Rhonda, that you have to look at with variable rate is for our clientele, we try to shift them away from a grid type system and more into a management zone based system of managing the fields themselves. So the first thing they need to do is start collecting data. And the two main ways that we're doing that right now is through the yield monitor and NDVI images. So we need a guy to have a good yield monitor and make sure he's calibrated and collecting accurate data so we have something to build his zones from.
Yeah, you mentioned data, and tell us a little bit about how that's so important in getting this set up.
Well, if we don't understand how our field's responding to different inputs, it's hard to make management decisions without that information. And from there, once we start to make those decisions, we can move on into actually doing some variable rate and looking at variable rate equipment. When we work with a grower on purchasing variable rate equipment, a lot of the times we like to sit down with them and try to develop some sort of technology plan so we can kind of spread that cost out. Maybe he can use the same variable rate equipment in multiple passes throughout the season.
Okay.
So,
I know we did an article, you mentioned the technology plan. I think that's great. What are some elements in that?
well, the first thing we like to do is somewhat develop a timeline of where that farmer wants to go with his technology. So a lot of guys like to start off, like I said earlier, with a yield monitor and maybe move that equipment to their planter to do variable rate, do swath control, things of that nature. But the biggest thing is to have a plan and be purchasing equipment that has multiple uses throughout the season, and it kind of takes the edge off that investment a little bit and spreads out the cost.
All right. Well, thanks for your time, Brad. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.